Hi, nature friends. Good morning. It's time for a daily dose of nature. I woke up this morning and noticed that there was at least an inch of snow on the ground. That was a black-capped chickadee, by the way. And I was all excited because when we get snow on the ground, that means it's time to go out and look for animal tracks in the snow. So I drove to work hoping that we would have a nice sort of blanket of snow in the backyard. And unfortunately, we just have a dusting. But I still was able to find evidence of tracks in the snow, and I'm going to show you. Okay, so as you can see, we had quite a few visitors underneath our bird feeders this morning. These are all small songbird tracks that you can see. These birds have 3 toes in front and 1 toe in the back. That's for helping them to grip onto small branches. And then you can also see that they do have a pretty sharp nail at the end of each toe. That's for scratching in the ground, looking for seeds. And as you can see, there were quite a few of them. But the really neat thing was over here on top of this signage panel. This is what the bird looks like when it lands, and you can see the wing patterns that it left in the snow. How cool is that? So did you know that animals that are active in the winter can be divided into 4 different groups based on how they move through the snow? So you have your walkers or your perfect steppers like coyotes and deer and fox. And then you also have your hoppers like your squirrels and your rabbits. Then you have your waddlers who are low to the ground, kind of chubby, short little legs, don't want to run unless they have to. And that includes your skunks and your beaver. And then finally you have your bounders. And these are the animals that are in the weasel family. So river otter and mink are examples of that. So one of the things I want you to do is if you have snow in your backyard today or soon, I'd like you to go look for 2 types of tracks. One is gray squirrel or red squirrel, and the other one is eastern cottontail. Now, how can you tell them apart? Very simply. I'm going to show you a little photo and then give you a little sort of mnemonic device to kind of help you remember. Okay. So this right here is the track of a gray squirrel in the snow. I want you to notice, we know that they're hoppers like rabbits. However, when a hopper is actually moving through the snow, they actually land with their big feet in front and their little feet behind. So you actually end up with these 2 large feet telling you, I'm going this way. But it also is in a little bit of a shape of a W. So here's the little hint. It's kind of silly, but it does work. Instead of thinking squirrel, think squirrel. And then you'll always remember to look for the W. Wait, it gets better or worse, depending on your sense of humor. Okay, what about a rabbit? So a rabbit in the snow looks a little bit more, again, it is a hopper, so the big feet will land in front, the little paws will land in back, and it shows you it's going this way. But rabbit has another name. It's called a bunny, and bunny ends with Y. And if you look, it looks like a backwards Y. So I have to thank my friend and colleague Corey for that little tip, because Corey is the one who first showed me how to do this when we were tracking together at Ipswich River Wildlife Sanctuary many years ago, but I never forgot it, and it's been a wonderful teaching aid. Thank you, Corey. So shout out to Corey, shout out to all of my nature friends out there, and definitely, if you can, get outside, check your backyard, send me photos of tracks if you don't know what they are, and we'll work together to figure them out. We will be tracking detectives. Okay, until next time.